Now, another type of migration is urban to urban. Alright, now this occurs when a person moves from one urban center area towards the another. Alright, another urban center area. Now it is majorly influenced by the economic factor. Now, why would a person move from one urban area to another? Maybe the job opportunity that is better, salary is better, education is better, or the healthcare facility that is better. The impact of the migration, then we can divide it into two categories, social and economic. Now, what is the impact on the country of the origin then? The advantage is that whatever the economic benefit it is, monetary, that could be sent back home, new skills that can be learned, then the resources such as the food and the social care or the health care, it would have a certain less pressure on it. The social one, that it can help ease the overpopulation, the education services, healthcare services, it can improve. Then the leisure facilities, it can be also improved. But there are then negative impact as well. All right, the negative one being that the economic development, it can be slowed down. Then the dependence upon the government initiative, it can also increase. All right. Social disadvantage will also be there. All right, marriage rate, it would fall down. Then people would move out of the country to work. Social cost, as the retired migrants, their return, it would increase. And the loss of the cultural leadership traditions, it could also be there. So then what is the impact of migration on the host country? Now, economic impact, it is like the host country can gain the skilled labor, taxes will be paid down, jobs will be filled. Then the social impact is also there, that the multi-ethnic society, it will be there, understanding will be there, tolerance, it will be increased, people will help one another. But at the same time, then disadvantage is also there. Now children, they would have to learn the new language over there, it would be the new culture that they would have to learn. Whatever the earning it would be sent out to the from the host country to the native one. All right, so this one is also there. Plus the second generation children, their cultural identity, it would be lost. They would neither belong to their host country nor to the country of their origin. So this was the problem that they would be facing. Touch down the next topic, that is of the brain drain. Now, brain drain, it means that the loss of the technical people who have the technical qualification, they are lost to the developed nations of the world, where the requirement, where the pay scale, that is more. Fine. So developing countries, they continue to lose their skilled professionals to the developed countries. So if we have to define brain drain, that is the emigration of the highly trained or qualified people from a particular country. Here again we have the push and the pull factors working for the brain drain as well. Now, what are the push factors? Push factors, that the lack of the job opportunities, discrimination in the promotion, lack of freedom at work, the lack of the educational opportunities, social or political instability. Then what are the pull factors? Like improved standard of the living, it will be there. Maybe the political stability, where the people they might be moving to, growth, it will be there, healthier working environment, better research facilities, then the higher salary, that is the most important, that is why people they move. Then what is the impact of the brain drain, the positive one? It is that the people who move, they would acquire more knowledge, employment opportunities, it will be better, high wages, it will be there, new technical training, it would be there, they can utilize it for their own growth. All right, then the disadvantage is also there, like loss of the taxes, it will be there, loss of the potential future entrepreneurs, it would be there, lack of the innovative ideas, it would be there, the distribution of the income between the rich and the poor countries, it would be affected, health and education would be affected. It then become very important that we should stop the problem of the brain drain. All right. Now, what can we do, or what the government can do? Increase job opportunities, it could be there. Research opportunities, it could be there. World class technology, it could be given out. Higher standard, improved standard of the education in the developing countries, it should be there. All right. Then the improved working conditions, promotion of the industrialization, it should be there by the government. So all of these factors, when they put together, they give a certain idea to people to stop and stay in their country. So with this we finish out the chapter. Children, one more time, write down all the set of the definitions in the copy along with question answers. One small diagram that is there of the brain drain, just draw it down in your copy. So until next time children, take care.